So when you get yourself lying down onto your back, make sure that you're in a comfortable position. Your neck is in a neutral position, your chin pointing down your body. Both of your knees are going to remain bent for the moment. Feet flat, knees bent. Closing your eyes and starting just to bring your awareness to your breath. A deep inhale through your nose into the bottom of your lungs. So just as a reminder, that is diaphragmatic breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing has an effect of calming your central nervous system just by the fact that you're breathing in the very depths of your lungs. When your central nervous system is calmed and relaxed, your body will be calmed and relaxed, your mind will be calmed and relaxed. So always try to take your breaths in through your nose, deep into the lungs. Always try to move into a pose as you exhale. So we're going to just let your right knee drop out to the right. Leave your left knee just as it is, bent, foot flat. Just take a deep inhale, let that right knee come down towards the floor. As you exhale, see if you can release a little bit of holding or a little bit of tension, anything that doesn't feel good in that joint. And then bring your right knee up to meet your left. When it touches your left, just let your left knee drop out towards the left. Again, breathing into the air as you feel tight or restricted. Bless you. Breathe. Gently let that left knee come up to meet the right. We're going to do both sides once again. Follow your own breath. Remember, exhaling as you move. So as you take an exhale, let your right knee drop out to the right. No pinching and no pain. As you exhale, bring your right knee up to meet the left. When it touches the left, and you exhale the left to the floor. Breathe. As you exhale, gently bring your left back to meet your right. When they meet, take a deep inhale to your belly. As you exhale, let both knees drop in opposite directions. So a supine cobbler's pose. The bottoms of your feet together, your knees gently dropping out and apart. If it feels like pinching or pain, you have a couple of options here. You can either slide your feet down towards the end of the mat, or you can make a fist on each hand and slide it under the tops of your thighs to help support the pose. Some people use pillows just under the knee. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you find ease in the pose. You find gentleness. You can return your attention back to the depth of your breath, the feeling of the stretch, but no irritation, no aggravation. One more deep breath into the very bottom of your lungs. One more slow exhale as you draw your knees back up and together. Once your knees come back and together, just bring them both up into your chest and hold underneath of your knees, behind your knees, on your thighs. Drawing them into your chest, breathing deep so you feel your belly pressing into your thighs. As you exhale, let your shoulders relax, let your jaw relax. Breathe. No struggles, no strains. You can gently rock from side to side just to use the floor to help to massage and move the bones. Then we'll come back to a flat back. We're going to release your left leg all the way down to the ground. Just hold your right knee into your chest with both hands. So the left leg is out and straight, but make sure it's activated. Make sure that the leg is tight. The toes are pulled back, gently pushing the left knee down to the floor. That's going to anchor your pose. And then take a deep inhale, and with an exhale, begin to straighten your right leg up towards the sky. So you may have to take it away from your chest a little bit in order to get it up there. When the leg is straight, pull the toes down towards your knee and feel that stretch down the back of your hamstring. And breathe. Take a deep inhale. With an exhale, bend that right knee and gently pull it back into your chest. Shoulders are relaxed, jaw is relaxed. Deep inhale so your belly fills and pushes into that thigh. And with an exhale, straighten that right leg back to the sky. Toes pull down, heel reaching up. Really feel that stretch. Take a deep inhale. And with an exhale, pull it back down. We're going to release your right hand down to the floor, out to the side. We're going to hold your knee with your left hand. So your right arm is out to your side like half of the letter T. Your left hand is holding on to your right knee. With an exhale, gently draw your right knee across your body towards the left. A small spinal twist. So find comfort there. Find the place where you can return your attention to the depth of your breath, to the feeling of the stretch. Breathe into any areas that feel tight or restricted. Imagine yourself filling them with that air. Imagine that as you exhale, you're releasing not only the tension in the muscles, but the stress in your body. You can stay just as you are, or you want to take it deeper. Just go ahead and straighten that right leg, grabbing onto the big toe of your right foot with the first two fingers of your left hand, or use a strap, use a dog leash, use whatever you like to do. The ability to reach that with the leg straight. That's an option. If your mind is at ease and your body is at ease with the knee bent, you're still getting the benefit of the gentle spinal twist, and that's what this pose is all about. One more deep breath. One more slow exhale. And then if you have that leg straight, go ahead and bend it. Rolling back onto your back, pulling both knees back into your chest and just holding for a couple of deep inhales and a couple of slow exhales. Shoulders relaxed and jaw relaxed. Breathe deeply and exhaling, leaving your right leg, letting your right leg drop down to the floor. Lola's tickling me on the bottom of my feet. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, slowly straighten your left leg towards the sky. Pull the toes down, reach that heel up, and feel that stretch down the hamstring. Without struggle, without strain. Breathing. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, draw that left knee back into your chest. Make sure the shoulders have stayed relaxed, the jaw has stayed relaxed. Deep inhale. Exhale, straighten that left leg again. Pulling those toes down, really reaching that heel up, feeling the stretch behind the knee, in the hamstring. With an exhale, draw it back in. We're going to take it up one more time. Remember, breathe and move on the exhale. Exhaling as you straighten. Reaching. Inhale. Exhale as you bring it back in. Releasing your left arm out to the side like half a letter T. Holding on to your left knee with your right hand. With an exhale, slowly start to draw your left knee across your body towards the right. Small spinal twist. Remember, you're finding the expression of each and every pose that you can hold with ease. Without struggle, without strain. Find the areas that feel tight or restricted and imagine that you're expanding them with your breath.
As you're inhaling, you're releasing. Exhaling, going further into the pose. If it's available to you, stay here, or if you'd like to straighten out that left leg, grab onto the big toe, the first two fingers of your right hand, or use your strap so that you can straighten that left leg all the way out. You're adding in an iliotibial band stretch. You're adding in a little bit more of the hamstrings, the outer side of those hamstrings. Breathe. Take another deep inhale here. As you exhale, slowly melt. If you've got that leg straight, go ahead and let it bend. Begin to roll back onto your back, drawing your left knee back into your chest. Bringing your right knee up to meet it. And breathing. No struggles, no strains. Breathing into your belly deeply, exhaling slowly. We're going to release your right foot to the ground, leave your left knee right up in your hand. So your right knee is bent, your left knee is in your hand. We're going to bring your left ankle and let it come to rest on top of your right knee. With both hands, you're going to bring them to the top side of your knee, and as you exhale, gently push that knee away from you. So you're in a figure four position, and you're pushing that left knee away from you to open it up a little bit. Remember, no pinching or pain into the hip. No struggle or strain. Breathe. Breathe into the tightness. Releasing both hands from the top of your left knee, we're going to slowly start to bring your right knee and your left ankle up towards your chest. Reach your hands underneath of your right thigh. So you've got your left ankle rested on your right knee. Both hands are underneath of your right thigh, and you're drawing your knee and your ankle in towards your chest. Your shoulders have stayed relaxed. Your jaw has stayed relaxed. Breathing. Feel that stretch, that deep stretch in your left hip. And then straighten your right leg out, pulling the toes down, reaching the heel up. Feel that stretch. That's nice. Oh, so nice. Pull the toes down, reach the heel up. You have a choice. Either stay here where you are or lift your head and shoulders, walking your hands up to the back of your right calf. So this is optional, just so that you can get a little abdominal strengthening if that's what you feel as you need. If not, just stay right where you were. Breathing. Squeeze. See if you can raise up a little bit higher. And then slowly lower the head and shoulders to the ground. Slowly bend that right knee, bringing your right foot to the floor. Once your foot is on the floor, just let your arms come out to the sides like the letter T, and let your left leg gently slide over your right leg. Take a deep inhale, and with an exhale, let both knees drop to your left. So you're just using the weight of your left leg to draw your right leg across. You don't have to make this difficult. Don't pull with your left leg, just let the weight of it draw your right leg over. And then if you'd like, turn your head to the right. So you're doing a twist in your entire spine, a gentle twist. Just like wringing out a dishcloth or a sponge. Your discs are made of a fluid. There's a hydrostatic system. So there's a fluid inside of each of your discs, and as you wring it out, you're pushing out the old fluid. When you come back to center, it'll draw more in. That's how you keep your discs healthy and viable. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then gently bring your back to flat. Bring your legs so the knees are pointing up to the ceiling, and then separate your legs so that both feet are flat, both knees are bent. We're going to take a prone cobbler, supine cobblers pose again. Let both knees drop out to the sides, the palms of your feet together, your knees headed towards the floor. No struggles and no strains. If it feels like pulling or pain in the groin, then slide your feet down away from you towards the bottom of your mat, or use your hands like pillows underneath of your thighs to support the pose. Always find an expression of each and every pose that you can hold with ease. One more breath here, deeply into your belly. One more slow exhale. And then gently bring your knees back up to knee. We're going to draw your right foot up so it rests on your left ankle, your left knee. I know some of you are wondering, what the hell? Your right ankle is going to come to rest up on top of your left knee. We're going to take both hands and bring them to the top of your right knee and gently push that knee away from you. So try not to let your shoulders feel like struggle. If you have short arms and you can't reach that knee, use a block or a pillow, put it against your knee as an extender. No struggles and no strains. Find an expression of each and every pose that you can hold with ease. Slowly releasing your hands from the top of the right knee, draw your left knee and your right ankle up towards your chest. Slide your hands behind the left thigh, and then draw both the ankle and the knee in towards your chest. Then let your shoulders relax. Let your jaw relax. Breathe. Breathe into your muscles that feel tight. That right hip muscle is really, really tight on me. So I'm giving it just an extra moment to breathe. We're going to straighten your left leg up towards the sky, the toes pull down, the heel reaching up. Feeling the stretch down the back of the hamstring, the back of the calf. Staying right where you are or making the choice to lift your head and shoulders from the floor, walking your hands up to the back of your calf. Without struggle, without strain. Staying right here or trying to reach up a little bit higher. Breathing deeply into your belly, exhaling slowly as you bend that left knee, as you lower your head and shoulders back to the floor. Once the left foot is flat, your arms drop out to the side like the letter T. Your right leg slides over your left leg. And then you gently allow the weight of that right leg to draw both of your knees over towards the right. Turn your head to the left if it doesn't bother your neck. Breathing deeply, releasing struggle, releasing strain, bringing yourself to an expression of each and every pose where you can bring all of your focus back to what that stretch feels like, or to the depth of your breath in through your nose to the bottom of your lungs, or to the release of just a little piece of the tension in your body with each exhale. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then slowly come back to a flat back. When your back is flat, separate your legs so that both feet are flat, both knees are bent. We're going to take that supine cobbler one more time. It's a great balancing pose when you've done something on one side of the body and then you're going to the other side of the body. This brings you back to where they're both balanced. It works on the midline. It works on retracting and descending your sacrum. Breathe. Breathe deeply into your belly. Exhale slowly. One more deep inhale here. One more really slow exhale. And then slowly start to bring your knees back and together. We're going to roll onto your right side and slowly push yourself up into a seated position.
Lily has taken over 3/4 of my mat, which is okay. She knows she's the star of the show. She has a new contract for 2021. She's fine. She's fine. She has a new contract for 2021 that says she has to occupy at least 3/4 of the screen, or at least 3/4 of the class. And somehow I just can't tell her no to any of her demands. So we're in an easy seated position. Remember, if that makes your back sore or feel like it's at strain, take a block. Take a pillow and slide it underneath of your sacrum so that your hips are raised from the floor. The whole idea here is to find ease in our spines, to find a gentle practice that encourages our body towards mobility. It doesn't force our bodies towards mobility. Let's take a deep inhale, let your arms rise up towards the ceiling. Remember, your shoulder blades are pulling down and away from your ears. You're not trying to pinch your ears with your biceps. You're trying to lock those shoulder blades down. And breathe. Interlace your fingers and then push the palms up to face the ceiling. So it's like you've turned them inside out. And breathe. Just letting the strong forearm muscles gently stretch. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, bring your arms down in front of you. The fingers are still interlaced, the palms still reaching forward. Shoulder blades gently pulled down and back. Breathe. Take a deep inhale as they rise up. Exhale as they come back down. So no pinching or pain in your shoulders here. Let's inhale as they rise up. Exhale as they come back down. One more time, we're going to leave them up. So take it up. We're going to separate your hands, bring the backs of your hands together. You're gently pushing into the backs of your hands. So you're creating tension there, and then try to bring them down in front of your face with the backs of your hands, pressing. So you're stretching the opposite side of your forearm. Inhale them up. Shoulder blades down and away from your ears, pressing into the backs of your hands. Exhale them down. Inhale them up. And exhale them down. Separating your hands as they go up. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, bring your left hand to your right knee. Bring your right hand to the floor behind you. If you push down into your right arm, that'll help lengthen your spine. And that creates space to allow you to rotate a little further if it's available without pain. So we're taking the gentle stretching that we did to the spine and we're just progressing it a little further. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel your body. And then as you inhale, imagine you're reaching the top of your head up towards the ceiling. Your lungs are filled to the very bottom. As you exhale, see if you have an opening to take this just a little further. One more deep inhale here, lengthening. One more slow exhale, rotating. And then with an inhale, bring yourself back to the front. Your chest facing forward. Inhaling, your arms up to the ceiling. Shoulder blades down your back. Reaching for the ceiling with your fingertips. As you exhale, taking it to the opposite side. Left hand to the floor, right hand to the left knee. Pushing down to the floor to help lengthen your spine. Creating space and exhaling, rotating a little further if it's available to you. No struggles and no strains. close your eyes and breathe. Close your eyes and be in this moment. Feel this pose. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale as you rotate a little further. And then with an inhale, slowly bring yourself back to the front. Just letting your hands rest on your knees for a moment. Take a moment to feel your spine, ensuring that it has stayed at ease. Take a deep inhale with an exhale. Slowly start to bring your head forward. You can take your hands to the floor to help you walk it down. We're going to do a forward fold, just with the knees bent. Let your head come to rest on the backs of your hands. If it feels like you can't get down that far, make fists out of your hands and stack them so that your head is a little bit further up. Try to make sure that your sit bones have stayed down on the floor, that your hips have not risen from the floor. Breathe into your belly so that you can feel it expanding. As you exhale, see if you can release just 10% of the tension, of the trying, of the effort. Breathe. Take a deep inhale here, and with an exhale, begin to walk your chest over to your right leg. So you're still folded forward, you're just folded forward over that right thigh. And then let your head come to your hands or to those stacked fists. Push down into your left hip to make sure that it doesn't lift up off the ground. And then breathe into that left rib cage. Feel it. If you'd like, you can take your left arm and just reach it out in front of you. That opens it up even more. And breathe. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, bring yourself back to the center. A deep inhale here. With your exhale, you come over to your left leg. So bringing your chest to fold over your left thigh. You can make fists with your hands and stack those, or you can reach your right arm way out in front of you, just adding to that stretch. But make sure that your right hip has stayed down on the floor. And then breathe. Breathe into that right rib cage and really feel it expand. As you exhale, release your tension, release your trying, release your effort. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. Take a deep inhale. With an exhale, slowly bring yourself back to the front. Folding forward one more time. Reconnecting to your breath here. And then slowly start to walk yourself up to your elbows. Slowly bring your hands to your knees and use your arms to push yourself back up. So you're not using your back muscles as much as you're using the arms to get you back up into a tall, easy, seated position. Without struggles, without strains. Reconnect with the feeling of your spine that it's stayed at ease. And we're going to straighten your legs out one at a time, right out in front of you. The toes pulled back, the heels reaching forward. We're just going to give those hamstrings a minute to start to open and stretch. So let your big toes come to touch each other. And then gently push the back of your knees down towards the floor. Again, if it feels like struggle or strain in your back, sit up on a block or sit up on a pillow. It goes a long way to helping you release those hamstrings without causing pain in the back. Draw your shoulder blades down and breathe. We're going to slowly bend your left knee and bring it up and towards your chest. We're going to wrap your right arm around that knee, so your right arm is wrapped around your left knee. We're going to inhale your left arm up to the ceiling, and then rotate it behind you, bringing your hand to the floor a little bit deeper into your rotational pose. We're really doing a lot to move the spine today, to bring ease to the spine through rotation. It's not a motion a lot of us make. We turn to put our seatbelt in or grab something from behind us, so be gentle with your spine. If you're pushing down into the floor with your left arm, you're creating space. No struggles and no strains. Breathe. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. See if we can take that rotation a little deeper. And with an inhale, come forward, releasing. Letting that knee drop down on the floor. So your left knee is down on the floor. Your foot can be on the inside of your thigh or the inside of your calf, wherever it finds itself so that you don't have pain. We're opening up that hip a little bit deeper. Sitting up on a block or a pillow, if that makes the back more at ease. Engaging that right leg, pulling the toes back, reaching the heel forward, pushing gently down into your knees so that the knee is reaching for the floor. We're going to inhale your arms up to the sky, shoulder blades down and away. With an exhale, fall halfway forward. So inhale, reach out through your hands, create space, and as you exhale, drop your hands to meet your foot or your ankle. A deeper hamstring stretch here, so no struggles and no strains. If you can't reach your foot or your ankle, use a strap, use a dog leash, anything you'd like to help you come deeper into the pose. Look down at your knee for just a moment and make sure that the kneecap is pointing straight up towards the sky. And breathe. No struggles, no strains. With each inhale, lengthen your spine, create space. With each exhale, see if you can rotate just a little bit further. I don't know why I said rotate. Check, cut that in post-production. There is no post-production. Breathe. One more deep inhale here, really lengthen that spine, create space so that you can fold further forward. And then slowly release. Bringing yourself back up to a tall, straight spine, bringing your right foot in to meet your left foot to do this seated cobbler's pose. So the bottoms of your feet together, the knees down towards the floor. If it feels like struggle or strain in your back, just take your feet out further in front of you, creating a larger diamond space with your legs. Breathing, trying to encourage your knees towards the floor. Exhaling, folding forward if you'd like. But try to keep your spine straight. So you're not rounding to bring your foot to your head to your feet. You're trying to bring your belly button to your feet. With each inhale, you lengthen your spine, creating space, and then you fold a little further forward if it's available to you. Close your eyes and feel the pose. Breathe into the pose. No struggles and no strains in this pose. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And if you're folded forward, slowly begin to bring yourself back up to a tall, straight spine that is at ease. Once your spine is tall and straight, take your hands into your knees and bring them in and together. Wrap both arms around your knees and drop your forehead down for a modified child's pose. So a little bit later in the second half of the class, we're going to be doing child's pose. Some of you are just thinking, the second half of the class, God, I thought it was almost over. Just modified child's pose. So when we do a regular child's pose, if that feels like it's too much strain or struggle on your knees, just sit down or lie down onto your back. Draw your knees into your chest. Drop your chin into your chest. And then breathe. As you inhale, your belly is blocked from expanding, so the breath goes out to the sides and to the rear. It's a really good way to gain mobility of your thoracic spine and your rib cage. Breathe. We're going to slowly uncurl, slowly straightening out both legs to the floor, toes pulled back, heel reaching forward, ease in the spine. Inhaling as your arms go up, your rib cage stays down with that breath. Exhaling halfway forward. Inhaling, reaching out through your arms, and exhaling, bringing your fingers to the toes, towards the ankles or the calves. Kneecaps pointing straight up. Gently push down into the backs of your knees, deactivate that hamstring, allow you to go further. As you inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, fold forward. Breathe. Slowly unfolding. Bringing your spine back up to straight and bending your right knee into your chest. So we're going to take your left elbow and wrap it around that right knee. Bring it really in tight and lengthen. As you inhale, your right arm goes up to the sky. As you exhale, you rotate. Pushing down into the floor helps to lengthen the spine, gives you space to rotate further. Make sure your left leg is stayed engaged, the toes pulled back, the heel reaching forward and the knee pushing down. One more deep inhale, you're lengthening your spine. One more slow exhale, trying to rotate a little further if it's available to you. And then with an inhale, bring yourself back to the front. Let your right knee drop out to the floor so that your foot is right up against the thigh or the calf. Remember, if it feels like pain in the knee or the hip, just take your right foot and bring it down to the left calf as opposed to the inside of the left thigh. Inhaling your arms up to the ceiling, fingertips reaching, shoulder blades down, exhaling, folding forward. So make sure that the kneecap of your left leg is stayed pointed straight up to the sky, that you're gently pushing down into the back of that left knee and breathing. No struggles, no strains. Feel the stretch. Breathe into the area that feels tight as if you're expanding it with your breath. And as you exhale, imagine yourself melting in. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then slowly begin to straighten your spine. You can use your arms to help push you back up. Once your spine is straight, let's bring it in for another cobbler's pose. Remember, your knees are inclined towards the floor. That doesn't mean you take them and you jam them down, but if you want to let the backs of your hands rest on your knees, the weight of your arms may open them. Your goal is eventually to slide your heels all the way into your body. But if it feels like that makes you round your spine, or it makes you feel like struggle or strain in the groin or the hips, slide your feet away from you. Close your eyes and breathe. Stay right where you are or begin to fold forward from your hips, keeping your spine straight. Lengthening your spine with each inhale. As you exhale, see if you can fold a little further. Release your struggle, release your strain, release your trying. And breathe. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then if you're folded forward gently, start to bring your spine back up to straight. Gently bring your knees in towards each other. We're going to do that modified child's pose again. Your elbows wrapped around your knees, your hands reaching to grab the opposite elbows, your chin and your chest tight into your legs. Your breathing is deep to the bottom of your lungs, feeling the expansion of the rib cage and the back and the sides. As you exhale, you melt, you release tension, you release trying, you release effort. And breathe. We're going to slowly release our arms from around our knees and come into all fours. Tabletop position. So your hands underneath of your shoulders, your knees underneath of your hips, your dog underneath of your forehead. She's awesome. So your fingertips are spread apart, the fingers pointing forward. Let's just loosen up those wrists a little bit by turning the creases of your elbows forward and the creases of your elbows back. And just rotate them back in your own time, just back and forth. The creases coming forward, the creases going back. This helps to loosen up the wrists. So if you keyboard a lot, this is something that can help to loosen those wrists from that position. You don't have to be on all fours to do it. You can stand at your desk. Plant your palms on the desk and just rotate them back and forth 5 or 6 times. Let's gently take some cat and cows. So in the cat and cow, your hands are beneath your shoulder, your knees are beneath your hips. As you inhale, your belly drops and you look up. As you exhale, round your back. Push your belly to your spine, spread your shoulder blades, drop your head down and act like an angry cat. Inhale, fill your lungs, look up. Exhale, round, push the air out. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Really let that belly drop. Lift that chin. Look up. Exhale. Really round. Separate the shoulders. Tuck your tailbone underneath. Push the air out. 2 more. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Then bring it back to a nice tabletop position. Shoulders above the hands, hips above the knees. We're going to take it back into a child's pose. Remember, you want to do the modified one, just sit down, pull your knees into your chest, or lie down. If you're doing the child's pose and you're almost there but not quite, take a pillow and put it between the thighs and the calves or your block, and then come down, dropping your butt towards your heels. That pillow or that block will help separate your knee a little bit. It takes some of the strain out of the knee. If you can bring your hips all the way down to your heels, that's great. You can bring your arms in front of you if you'd like, stacking your fists to make a pillow for your head to rest upon, or you can take your arms to the back, meeting right at your toes. Breathe wherever you are into your belly, feeling the expansion. As you exhale, see if you can melt, releasing the tension. No struggles and no strains. With each exhale, see if you can imagine yourself releasing just 10% of the strain, 10% of the tightness. If you'd like to take this a little deeper, separate your knees so that your chest can come closer down towards the floor. Breathe into your hips. Breathe into your spine. One more deep inhale. One more slow exhale. And then slowly start to push yourself back up to all fours. Take your time getting there. We've moved our spine in every direction except for one, and we're going to do that next. So coming up into all fours. We're going to drop down to your elbows, and then straighten one leg out at a time, bringing your hips all the way to the ground. So we're going to get into Sphinx pose. So in Sphinx pose, Your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Your fingers are out in front. Your palms are pushed down into the floor. You're looking up. You're letting your low back just relax into the floor. This is spinal extension. It's not a position we go into often. So it's one that might be a little stiff. So be kind to your body. If it feels like this is too close up for you, just drop down a little bit. You're perfectly fine as long as your shoulders are up and behind your hips. So pressing the palms of your hands down the floor, act as if you're trying to drag yourself forward towards the wall in front of you by just pulling back through your hands. Let your gluteal muscles relax. By pulling back through your hands, you're creating a little traction in your spine. That traction is what we're looking for. It separates your lumbar spine from your sacrum. You can stay right here, or you can straighten your arms. I'm staying right here. My back feels stiff today. But if you'd like, you can straighten your arms, pressing down into your hands to take this further. There's no strain, no struggle. And breathe. Slowly take yourself down all the way so your back is straight, your belly is flat. Just find an easy position. Make a pillow with your hands and turn your head in one direction or another. And just breathe. Breathe deep into your belly so you feel it pressing against your thighs. And then turn your head so that your forehead is down. Take your arms out in front of you like a Superman pose. And then roll onto your left side. Your arms are up above your head. Oh. Roll onto your belly. Try not to use your arms and your legs. Your arms are above your head. Your legs are out straight. And then see if you can roll all the way onto your right side. And then roll back onto your belly. One more time to the left side. And then roll all the way onto your back. So reaching back with your fingertips, reach forward with your heels, just stretching along the length of your body and breathing. Take a deep inhale, really reach those fingertips back. And as you exhale, let your arms float down by your side, preparing for final relaxation, Shavasana. So in Shavasana, you'll make sure you're in a position that you can be comfortable in for about 10 minutes. Make sure that your chin is pointing down towards your body, not up towards the sky. You can slide a block underneath your head or a pillow. If you have a stiff back or back pain, slide a pillow underneath of your knees so that there remains a small bend in your knees. You can take a lot of struggle and strain off of your back. And then just take a deep breath. In through your nose down to the very bottom of your lungs. Imagine this is the very first breath of a new year. It's probably the very first conscious breath of a new year that you've taken. So if you need to go with that wording, then do that. But imagine that you're drawing in a new energy, a fresh energy. And as you exhale, let's try to imagine releasing any of the struggles from this past year. With each inhale, you're drawing in new energy to replace that which you're releasing from last year. The struggles, the hardships, the illness, perhaps. As you exhale, just fully imagine those energies leaving your body. As you inhale, imagine a vitalizing, new, positive energy filling the void left from last year's energy. Your mind begins to wander, just simply bring it back to the breath. If the imagination exercise is no good for you, just focus on the breathing. Not one thing works for everyone. Try to imagine a new and receptive. re-energized breath. I'm going to ask you to count the next 10 inhales and exhales down until you reach 0 silently, backwards to yourself. So with each deep inhale, slow exhale, count back one number towards 0. If you lose your count, just start again. Now what I'd like you to do is change your focus, shift your focus to an idea. So we're going to go with a really grand idea here, your heart's greatest desire for the whole of 2021. What would it be in your heart's mind that would make 2021 the most amazing year if you could just accomplish your heart's greatest desire in a really broad sense? Would it be peace? Would it be love? Would it be wealth or health? In your mind's eye, imagine that goal of your heart's greatest desire for the entirety of 2021. Imagine what it would feel like to accomplish that goal, to have that heart's greatest desire, just as you imagine it. And then I'd like you to shift to another idea of what small step you might take in 1 month's time to accomplish your heart's greatest desire for 2021. It's one thing that you could do within a month to start on that journey towards your heart's greatest desire. Can't think of something specific, just allow your mind and your spirit the freedom to know that when the answer is right, it'll come up for you. Hold that thought for a moment. Marinate in the creative juices of the idea. And then shift your thought to something you might do in the next week towards accomplishing what you need to do in the next month so that you can accomplish what you want in your heart's greatest desire for the entire year. Goals are much easier attained if we break them down into small tasks that we can do over time. Let your mind be creative. Let any crazy thought come to mind. Don't dismiss it at its face. And then shift the thought to what you might do in the next day to accomplish your goal for the week, to accomplish your goal for the month, to reach your heart's greatest desire for the year of 2021. What might you do in just the next year to make yourself more healthy, more peaceful, more loving? Whatever it is, what small thing can you do in the next day to help you reach your goal, to reach your heart's greatest desire for 2021? Then we'll shift your thought to one more time. What is it that you can do in this next hour? This very next hour after you leave yoga, to start you on the journey towards your heart's greatest desire of 2021. Something as simple as just giving someone a smile or a compliment. Telling somebody that you love them or you appreciate them. Starting a bank account. Whatever it is, the small goal, a small step you can take in the next hour that helps you achieve the step for the next day, for the next week, for the next month, to achieve your heart's greatest desire for 2021. Let your creative juices just flow. Don't judge what comes up. Have fun. Laughter on the way to your goals is so much easier than tears. And then just release your thoughts and let your mind come to stillness. Let the energy of those thoughts just percolate through your body and through your energy system. You become distracted. Just bring yourself back to the stillness. And we'll slowly start to bring attention back to your body, back to this moment. By wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes, just feeling the joints as they start to move. Spread your fingers apart, spread your toes apart. Feel the space between your fingers. Feel the space between your toes. And then curl your fingers into a fist, curl your toes under, and feel the skin as it stretches over your knuckles, as it stretches over the tops of your feet. And then release your hands and your feet. And pull your shoulders up to your ears with an inhale. With an exhale, slide your arms down and away from you. Feel that stretch between your shoulder and your neck. And then with that, relax. Gently begin to let your head rock from side to side on the floor. Feeling the motion in your spine. And then let your head come to rest wherever it finds itself comfortable. With your next deep inhale, let your arms rise up and overhead. With the exhale, let them fall to the floor behind you. Inhale, reach back with your fingertips, reach forward with the heels of your feet. With an exhale, draw your knees into your chest, let your arms float down to hold on to your knees. Hugging them gently into your chest. And then relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your jaw. You can gently begin to rock from side to side, using the floor to bring attention and awareness to the muscles around your spine. And then when you're ready, roll onto your right side, a fetal position, your knees gently pulled up into your chest, your head supported with your hands made into a pillow, or on the side of your arm, or even with a block or a pillow slid underneath one. Bring your awareness to just one more breath. And exhale slowly. When you're ready, gently begin to push yourself up to an easy seated position. Easy seated position is anyone where your spine is straight and at ease. So you can sit on the block, you can sit on a pillow, let the backs of your hands come to rest on the tops of your knees. Close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath into your belly, lengthening your spine. As you exhale, see if you can hold that tall and lengthened posture with ease. Take another deep inhale, lengthening your spine. As you exhale, let your hands float up in a prayer position to the center of your chest, your thumbs gently pressed into your chest, your chin gently dropping down. You guys have done an amazing job once again. 2020 is gone and good riddance. Hopefully we took some wonderful lessons from it as well as the difficult ones. So, namaste, a wonderful day. Happy New Year. Remember, you can donate to today's charity if you'd like. It's a National Suicide Prevention Line. Times like these in the holidays, people feel very lonely and disconnected. And with all the social distancing and the spires, that is amplified. So the National